Hello and welcome back, fellow beastmen. HeirofCarthage here in Total War Warhammer 2, and we are back in the Taurox campaign, rampaging our way into the old world. And when we last left off from the stream, we were actually deploying against Daith. We were attacked outside King's Glade. Again, this has been the site of many, many battles, and we're going to be facing a large bunch of forces from Daith. It's going to include a settlement garrison with a ton of tree units, and then a fair number of elite archers and cavalry here. So we've got our work cut out for us here with Taurox's army. We're obviously going to want to engage quickly and try to slice our way through the enemy as quickly as possible, thus limiting their opportunity to expend their ammunition. Many of Daith's units are gold chevrons because they've probably just been sitting around in his army since the, oh my gosh, rest in pieces, Daith. Alright, the reinforcements are coming in from the side right here. So yeah, they are utterly screwed. They are screwed. My bulls can Vanguard deploy. We're going to catch all of the reinforcements coming onto the screen, and we're going to annihilate them in a big hurry because I'm going to be able to concentrate my forces against them, and hopefully accomplish all this before enemy reinforcements arrive. I'm going to put these Centigores over here to cut off, hopefully, any opportunity those guys might have. Some more infantry. Let's stack it up back here. And we had our giant. So let's start the deployment, start battle. Remember, Taurox has the Sword of Khaine. This is going to be that garrison army. We're being shot at already by the reinforcements. I believe that was some kind of ability there, like arrows of Kurnos or something that came in. Oh, these guys are screwed. They are so screwed. They're going to get pinned right up against the red line, against some of my toughest units. I can't really use the Sword of Khaine at the moment, or else it'll cause too much damage to my support units. And I'm too close anyway to probably pull off the use. Use that explosion. I'm going to just pour it on up here. I can't even click attack orders because there's silliness going on. Bring in all the bulls. I'm going to hold my infantry back for a minute and just really lay it on thick. Get a Vile Tide off here. Oh yeah. It's all very, very effective. You can see the trees now coming in. Reinforce. I need to make a move here quickly though, so I'm going to reposition my forces. The AI is quickly closing the distance, and I need to protect this fight that I have going on. But we've mostly pulled off a complete slaughter of all the reinforcements. We've done so in a very efficient manner. We still have some enemies left here. I do have plenty of anti-large units, including Taurox and his supporting Al Gorbel. But these trees are going to be tougher customers that we're receiving at the moment. So I expect them to take a bit more of a beating. I can't even hardly click an attack order in here because of these units being piled up so heavily. But there we go. So we're going to continue that fight. Like I said, here comes the reinforcements. I don't really look forward to facing them without some of my other troops here. These are some tough as nails infantry coming in because they were 9 chevron, and some of them are war dancers and other stuff like that. So I expect them to be very, very powerful. We've got to finish pounding these trees. The trees have a fair bit of resistance and won't be as susceptible, to a quick rout like some of these other units will be. I'm gonna go ahead and steal some of the ammo off these units here. Yeah, I really don't want to go into this fight unsupported, but I don't really have a lot of choice. We've got to get moving in, so I'm actually gonna pause it, get all my infantry together, and go ahead and start charging towards the infantry of Daith and his army. I don't want to sit back and get shot. We're going to take a tremendous amount of damage if we do. Try and swing around this flank with my cavalry, and I'll bring my Bray Shaman up to support. And I can probably afford to take a couple of Minotaurs out of this fight to go support over here, so I'm going to do that, pull them out, and just throw the rest of these units back up in here. Alright, we've got to go get in the fight, or else their archers are just going to absolutely bulldoze us. I guess pun somewhat intended there, since I'm the bulls here and they're not. Let's get our Bray Shaman straight up in here into the fight. Let's push forward with these Minos to help support, because the infantry here is going to be, like I said, just absolutely tough as nails. I'm going to summon a Cygor over here. May give me an opportunity to keep the enemy busy for a moment. The fight against the reinforcing trees is going extremely well. And then with that summoned Cygor, may be able to keep some of that infantry busy. I'm hoping we can swing around here and get a quick rear charge in here, get some damage done, and try and clean up some of these fights in a hurry. The Minotaurs are going to add some much-needed melee attack into this fight. Oh boy, Daith has dove straight down into this fight, I should say. Get my Bray Shaman back up out of here. I'm going to wait for some of these units to pile up and then hit them with a Vile Tide. Start pulling some Winds of Magic back in. I'm going to go see if we can clean this fight up. If I'm able to clean that fight up quickly, this would be a pretty good spot for a Vile Tide right here now. Alright. Let's head back down into this fight. Keep supporting. Alright, it's going well. This fight is going well. I'm probably a little bit overstacked on this fight over here, so I'm going to pull a few this way. Again, these units have 9 chevrons, many of them, so I expect a very stiff resistance in terms of, you know, them not wanting to rout and giving me a substantial fight. Alright, we've got to break through here. Let's move up and attack. Get away from their infantry. I need to fix these Wildwood Rangers while going after their archers. Speaking of archers, I'm about to get a chance to steal some more of their ammo. There we go. And that fight is going to go south for me. Alright, so we've managed to break the elves in a couple other spots. Some of my infantry is getting savaged pretty good. I'm going to need extra bull support here. And my Cygor did an excellent job of holding up that fight. I can probably go ahead and summon up another one. I gotta continue to try and roll through the archers back here. I'm gonna go after the ones that have more ammunition. We've cleaned up this fight in its entirety, so we can now bull rush in this direction. Unintended. Alright. So things are looking pretty good for us at the moment, except for right here, where I'm a little bit in need of support back this direction. I'm gonna get some Wrecking Bulls swinging that way, because those archers could still overwhelm us in that fight. Get rid of these guys, just plowed through that. Let's push on through. Those bulls arrived just in time. They were absolutely needed back here. And then I've got more angry monsters on the way, so I expected a bit of a tough fight out of this, and we got it, and that's okay. It was fun. So Daith and his forces should be defeated rather soundly, especially considering the numbers and the potential that they had here. We were very fortunate to get that deployment the way we did. I'm gonna beat up these Waystalkers a little. Fast forward for a minute while we kind of give those Waystalkers a bit of a beating. There we go. Take them out of the fight. Now we'll end the battle. So, good battle for us. Large one, fun. Like I said, ended up being a good opportunity for us. We lost about half of our unit models, but we destroyed many thousand, or I wouldn't say many thousands, about 23, or hang on, about 2,300 20 years there, and they left with very little remaining. So I'd say that was good. And then the units that took some of the least damage are some of my most important units. So my infantry took most of the model damage there, which is totally fine. We can survive that. We didn't lose any units, and Daith took an absolute savaging in the process. Unfortunately, Findal was right behind him, so now I'm gonna have to retreat. Hope that we can get away. It looks like we can. I hate to retreat. It's very unbeastman-like of me. So Khazrak was revealed. That's okay. He is about to go give the Bretonnians another beatdown. We had to fall back. There are just so many elves in the woods here. I'm going to move back over here and enter a hidden encampment. We may have to retake King's Glade yet again. This happened multiple times. I have some battles I need to fight with Taurox. We have the battle for the Fall of Man, the battle for the Rune-Tortured Axes. I want to fight both of those before the end of this campaign.
What you ask is
they just have archers. I'm pretty sure if we just attack this army outside the settlement, it'll force them all out of the settlement. And then I can kill them on open ground with my chariots because they don't have any cavalry. So, yeah, rest in pieces, Bretonnia. I'm going to fight this battle. Roll over the Bretonnians with my chariots. And then prepare to try and finish this up. Now, we need to put a herdstone in Naggarond, and we've got to put a herdstone in Altdorf, and then fight the final battle. And then I'm pretty sure we have the ultimate campaign victory. So I will be trying to accomplish that in this episode. So there may be where I skip a few turns or skip some other stuff in order to keep this episode at a reasonable length, but still get us to victories. So yeah, we'll kind of just play it by ear. Some of the reinforcements are coming from over here. Let's go ahead and deploy my infantry on them. And put these guys here. And let's put these two units back over here. All right. Feel like we will do just fine with this setup. I've got to wait for some of their troops to come up. Where are the rest of their troops over here? They go hide in the woods? Oh, yeah, they did. Okay, so the AI is streaming on actually mostly over here. And only just a few of their units wound up over there. Okay, alright, well, whatever. So this fight over here for my infantry is not quite what I had wanted then. This is actually going to be a little bit messier than what it should have been. I'm going to push some of my infantry back into here. Let's take away the ammo from all these archers. Bring Gorbel, Giant, Brace Shaman over to help. And now we've got our chariots in a position to go run these losers down. Okay, get the help over. Attack in the rear. Let's bring some cavalry over here quickly. Alright, Gorbel came in and wrecked the paladin. Summon a manticore. Alright, Manticore's up. Let's dive bomb into the fight. Bring the Brace Shaman into the fight. Another crushing flock of doom. Go check on Khazrak, who is on the other side of the battlefield. Our chariots didn't have much trouble ripping through the Bretonnians. They did have some polearms here that hurt one of my chariots a little. Then there is Paladin, some other units that are going to be a little bit irritating, but nothing we can't handle. Alright, I lost a Tuskgore Chariot unit, at least just momentarily. I'm surprised that their reinforcements have lived this long. I rather expected a chain route a lot sooner than this. I don't see a lot of chevrons on these units either, so not really sure what it is they think that's holding together their leadership. Alright, Khazrak finished the job over here. So successful victory there for Khazrak, defeating the Bretonnians outside their own settlement in a pretty spectacular manner. It's in the battle. Got a lot of chevrons on our Tuskgore chariots. One of them was hurt really badly. Actually, it looks like it got a fair bit of its hit points back there somehow. Not really sure how that works, but I'll take it. So a lot of Bretonnians, they didn't have the cavalry support they needed, which made them particularly susceptible to the chariots and my infantry. Beastmen infantry is bad, but Bretonnian infantry is worse. So not particularly surprised that that battle went poor for the Bretonnians. I am going to replenish off of them because I need to finish the settlement here. And it looks like it's still going to take away some infantry units from me. Those have more chevrons than I would like to just give up. So I'm going to... Lightning Strike shouldn't make a difference. I'll just kind of hold a siege on them. They're not going to last for long. Let's continue the siege. One way or the other, we put a big herd on Bretonnia. They could get reinforcements, so we'll have to watch out for that. So they may end up with reinforcements there. Right, Taurox is replenishing. Let's go check out some of our other ones. Black Phillip has the opportunity to move here. We have turned Itza into the herdstone that it needed to be for victory's sake. We've completed the ritual, which should make it relatively safe. We've got a ton of favor right now. I'm going to spend it to build up those buildings. And then really we just need to defend Itza. That's really all we have to do. I'm going to defend it by kind of being a little bit proactive here and moving towards the next settlements. We made Malagor's army better, so I'm going to move my forces together. Itza should be somewhat safe depending on what attacks us at the moment. Morgur is up here fighting against Naggarond. He needs to make his way to Naggarond and turn it into a herdstone. We've been protecting herds so good, and that's fine. It's nice to do that, but it's not absolutely necessary because remember that our victory objective is to turn Naggarond into the herdstone. These other places are secondary objectives. I'm gonna loot and raise here. So Morgur is in good shape, and he can continue his trip to Naggarond. We're gonna need someone to head to Altdorf, and we know who that someone is going to be, but Taurox also has to win those battles. I'd kind of like to do the Battle for the Fall of Man very last, after we get the other victory objectives in place. So I think that's the order in which I want to do things. Let's see, we probably want to buff chariots, right? Yeah. This does charge bonus, weapon strength, and speed for Centaurs, Tuskgores, and Razorgores. So let's do that. Let's buff the chariots in Khazrak's army because it'll be thematic. Let's see. Our Bray Shaman, Lord Beast, he is pretty decked out. A little bit of magic we can still apply. And then our Gore Bull here, not quite enough to get immortality. We can finish Wound Maker, making him considerably more powerful. Let's see, Morgur has a level up here. We've done most of the upgrades that we can on him. We do have apocalyptic vision over here, which can be okay for a short period of time. But I kind of want to focus on Morgur a little and make him even stronger. He's already pretty decent in melee, and then he has that Mortis effect, or the Morgus effect, I guess we would call it with him. So let's finish up some more magic here with the Withering. Okay, well, I'm going to end the turn, and I may come back to you all here soon to show you what's happening next. But again, I'm not going to focus all of my attention on just recording the everything in between. I'm going to focus on getting the campaign objectives done. Alright, the battle has begun, and I have Taurox beelining it straight for the gates of Altdorf, and I'm going to begin giving ladder orders to my infantry because the towers of Altdorf are going to be pretty powerful. And we don't really... Oh, I forgot we had Shatterstone. Never mind. I may not give ladder orders if we can bust through easy enough. We'll see. I'm going to take away some ammo. We're going to take a lot of damage from these gunners. Taurox was fast and had significant missile resistance, so we were able to get some advantage there. I now have a hole in the walls, and I'm going to bring my Minotaur herd right through it. I'm actually going to ignore the ladder orders and make a break for... Okay, so we're now beating on the gates. Oh my goodness, those handguns hurt. They hurt a lot, and I'm not surprised that they hurt so much. Get in. Get in. It's time to fight. Now is not the season to slow down. Alright, so apparently we have not finished battering the gates, but our guys clipped through the gate. It's fine. I don't know if I'm able to get the Sword of Khaine. Yeah, we can. Use a Sword of Khaine here. Try and eat through as many of these troops as we can. Let's see what's going on out here. I've got more troops. Just come on up. We are under mortar fire, which is less than ideal. Fortunately for us, Taurox is just absolutely owning over here. No more units on the walls. Well, I'll use it there. I don't know if it's going to do any good, but we're beating on the garrison commander. I'm kind of just plowing through over here. Let's get some attack on these Demigryph Knights. They have cavalry holding me. We're under mortar fire. We need to break our way through. There's two mortars, and I can't get them both with the same ammunition steel. This freaking won't click. There it goes. Alright. Trying to bust this fight up, and struggling a little bit to do so. Attacking the handgunners up there. Shatterstone is really no longer of any use to me. I'm going to take my Minotaurs and start pushing through. Very little to stop me from doing this, because we're taking a lot of damage from back here. Alright, Minotaurs are pushing. We've got a Demigryph Knight en route to intercept us. Let's push our way into this alley. I'll take a couple of units this way. How are we doing over here? We're doing just fine. I've got units on the walls now killing the handgunners. Enemy reinforcements just showed up. Keep supporting here. We've got to get to... Send some help. Trying to get on that steam tank. And meanwhile, yep, alright, we beat the Demigryph Knights. Let's push our way into the victory point. Between routing units, odd path finding, stuff like that, it's going to be a little bit slow movement in these tight quarters, so I'm going to just spam click a bunch of movement orders. I think we're going to be able to do this without losing any units. And that should be an army losses trigger. There we go. So Taurox is going to turn Altdorf into a herdstone, and he is going to sit in it and hold it because it is a victory condition. And now the only thing that's left over here is the steam tank, which is being cut up by Korok's man rippers and other units here. Should die relatively quick. I'll send some extra Minotaurs and assistance. I'm going to fast forward. There goes the steam tank. It's over. So Altdorf is the latest herdstone. And another victory objective complete. Naggarond is the other one, so we will bounce over there next, and I'll show you what's going on outside of Naggarond. Morgur has been sneaking his way towards Naggarond, and in the process, he actually ambushed Malekith and destroyed his force, so Malekith won't be there to defend it. There could be another army. We do have to be careful. Morgur's army is alone, and the Druchii do have some substantially powerful units that they can recruit at Naggarond, no doubt. So here is our herdstone. And I'm just going to, I'm going to sit here at Altdorf in the safety of the herdstone. And we're going to build this up. Alright, so I'm going to move over here back to Naggarond, which we are in range of, or near in range of. I lost some movement points here because of agent action here from this sorceress. I can't see any reinforcing troops at Naggarond. The Druchii were headed south last I saw them. They may want to try and go assault herds so good, but that would be foolish of them. So I'm going to end a turn. I won't necessarily show it to you all, and then we will take care of Naggarond. Alright, Morgur is now to Naggarond. We'll check out its defenses. It has some pretty significant ones. That is a lot of crossbows, and a lot of crossbows, and they've got a black dragon as well. So I can imagine that this this siege will actually be pretty costly. I can't sit around here for a long time building things, but I can spend probably one turn making some siege towers. There's a chaos army nearby as well. They're going to start suffering attrition after one turn. They may come out and fight me, so I'm going to maintain the siege at Naggarond. Let's double check our victory conditions. Yeah, it's just Naggarond, and then we have to fight the battles. So that's pretty much all we have left. So I may go over and actually go ahead and fight the battle for the rune-tortured axes, which I could have and should have done a long time ago, but didn't. Taurox. So I'm going to go ahead and fight that and show it to you because I want to have completed the quest battles. So let's go ahead and fight the battle for the rune-tortured axes. And it is also going to be against Druchii, so it should be fun. I love these speeches prior to these. Alright, so the battle begins. I'm gonna grab my monsters and leadership, group them up, and just run screaming forward at full speed. Go ahead and start stealing ammo from their crossbows. Oh yeah, so we are not wasting any time. It is going to be full steam ahead into these Druchii. Suppose they have reinforcements coming from behind. I don't think we're going to need reinforcements. Yeah, there goes their shades popping up. There are some witch elves over here. I don't love that. Okay, here comes Taurox. We're gonna Sword of Khaine this blob right here. And Vile Tide. And that is almost a victory already. Absolutely crushed that Druchii army with the charge of our bulls, and I am not surprised. The Minotaurs we have in this army are probably some of the most powerful units I've ever created in a campaign. The Witch Elves have berserked us for the moment, unfortunately. Though I do think the spell of the Witch Elves is about to be broken. And indeed it is. Moving things up. Just gotta kill a couple of Dark Shards here. Enemy Lords went down. Dark Shards are routing. Alright, a secondary Druchii army is making its way forward. So let's line up our Beastie Boys for part 2. Take away some more ammo back there. Alright, let's push forward. Some Cold One Knights over here. I'm gonna charge them. There are some Blackguard. Make sure I get some infantry support up. Already got some Cold One into us, it looks like. Let's go after the Hydra here. Alright, Taurox is kind of on his own, but let's be honest, he doesn't have to have an army to back him up. He is a one-bull army. Let's go after these. Looks like we've got some friendlies inbound. Yeah, let's take our best to go. We're actually continue here. Oh yeah. We are utterly crushing through the Druchii. Oh, Greenskin's coming to help us. I thought that was fellow Beastmen. That was a beautiful foot of Gork there. Now I wish we could just turn around and kill all the Greenskins too, because I feel like that's what the Beastmen would really prefer to do. We got a high Beastmaster running away on his chariot. He doesn't want to fight. Understandable, I wouldn't want to fight either. But I don't think he can get away from my Centaurs. They'll be too fast. Alright, so the battle for the Rune Tortured Axes is over. Not terribly surprising that a battle that should have happened much earlier in the campaign but didn't was very easy for me to win. Oh, no, wait, there's Marauders headed in now. What is this? Okay, more kills. Skulls for the Skull Throne. I'm down. So we had help from Greenskins, including a Sporticus, sorry. Like the name there, by the way. Let's go after that Norskin Giant. Taurox, after the Marauders with great weapons. I don't know what these guys think they're doing, but I do appreciate them sacrificing themselves for the pleasure of corn here. They've got more troops. Head this way. We don't quite have another Sword of Khaine opportunity available yet. One over here. I don't think they have any ammo over there, but I'm going to go ahead and use it. Minos with great weapons should tear through that Norskin Giant. Alright. Let's keep clicking orders here, keep people moving. The Bray Shaman is way off in the distance. Taurox is absolutely obscene with the Sword of Khaine here. Alright, there goes the Norskins. Anybody else? Anybody else signed up for the pain and suffering via Taurox's university here? Here's our brass bull. Alright, so we won the battle for the Rune Tortured Axes, so now we simply just need to finish Naggarond and then the Fall of Man. Alright, it is time to take Naggarond. We've finished our tower construction. The enemy's already started to take casualties, but I will fight this battle and show it to you all because is one of our victory objectives, and then after this, we simply have to step out and fight the battle for the fall of man. And I'm pretty sure that that is a campaign victory for us. And a good place to end the campaign, obviously, with a campaign victory screen. No more appropriate way. So I'm excited. We've had a good time with this campaign. Some of you may be wondering, well, Air, are you going to do another campaign next? I am. Which one are you going to do? I don't know. I do not know the answer to that. So, I am open to ideas and would love to hear from you. I'm going to do this with my towers. I'm going to put these guys wide, and I'll put these weaker units on the inside. I'm going to use my Shatterstone ability to try and make a hole for my Jabber Slides right off the bat. Burger, Gorbel, got a lot of spawn here too. Just extra infantry. Okay. Let's get started. Towers, assault, 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 Shatterstone right here on the Blackguard. Please click. Jabber Slides can start heading that way. Same thing with the spawn. We're gonna bust through the walls right there. And I'm gonna take Morgur, Gorbel, Chariot, try and go bust through the main door. Bring this big dude to help. My Jabber Slide's getting stuck on the tower and pushing it around. Alright, yeah, so we have a hole in the wall over there. Let's take away some ammo. Alright. My Jabber Slide is stuck on the tower again. Alright, come on. I get it. You and the tower got a little thing going on there. So, Morgur's minions ready to break into the city in force. And I've now got troops landed on the walls as well. Morgur took some shots on the way in, but he's looking okay. He's not really a lot worse for the wear. Once the Jabber Slides get into combat, it's going to get really rough for the Druki. Because they have a Mortis Engine type ability. Alright, the gates are down, which means our little wrecking crew here can come on in as well. Bring this infantry in. Let's get after these units. There we go. So all my units are moving in. I need to get this cavalry on the move because right now they're under heavy tower fire. And the Jabber Slides have cleared the way. I'm going to kind of group up my monsters and prepare for an assault against the Black Dragon. There we go. Army losses are about to stack. So Naggarond not able to hold its defenses together, and with Malekith having fallen into an ambush a couple of turns before, he single-handedly left Naggarond almost entirely undefended, and is the result for what is being seen here. Yeah, this fight is not going to go well for the Druki. There we go. Army losses mount, so now Naggarond will be a herdstone. And we are only left to fight the battle for the fall of man for our ultimate campaign victory. Well, those Jabber Slides are something else. I really like them as far as being an awesome addition to the Beastmen army. I feel like they are very powerful and add a really nice element to the Beastmen army, so I very much like what they bring. So let me get back out to the campaign map. We'll turn this place into a herdstone. So raise a herdstone. So Naggarond is now a herdstone. I'm gonna go ahead and perform the ritual here, make that more permanent. So yeah, now we just fight the battle for the fall of man. I remember, yeah, Taurox is healed entirely. So let's step out of the settlement, or what used to be the settlement, now just a herdstone. And here we go. We're gonna, well, let's do one last check here. Victory conditions have all been met except for that battle, so that is indeed all we have left. Teleport. So we are fighting against Louen and Karl. Appropriate. Let's check this one out. I've never played this battle. This is I did get to play like the final battle with Oxyotl while it was still in pre-release, but I have not played this one, so I'm interested to see how it plays out and to see another one of Taurox's eloquent speeches. He is a great speaker, much like Al Gorbel, which is why the two of them are campaigning together here. What? That's it? No speech? Okay, CA please. Was that a bug or a feature? I don't know. I don't know what it is that I'm expecting there. Can we really deploy these right over here? Yes, we can. Oh my goodness, this is going to be funny. I can't deploy Taurox over here, unfortunately, but I can deploy the Minotaurs and the Centaurs. So I will! Louen is about to get a most unpleasant surprise. I'm assuming Karl brought rockets. If he did not, then he done goofed. Alright, so got this grouping that needs to run across the map. And I'm gonna just send this group screaming into combat. Alright, so it says, this is the last hope of men. Shatter them once and for all. Slay their emperor, kill their king. Aye aye. Will do. What's up, losers? Welcome to your fall. The Empire is deploying artillery on the hill. What is this? Great sword. There's some kind of reinforcements. I don't really care what the reinforcements are. We're gonna go lay it on to Louen here. They have Grail Knights on the way in. Knights of the Realm. Come on, Louen. Get down here. Let's have a party, you and I. Yeah, let's have a little chat. We got everybody involved there. Looks like they put some Knights of the Realm into me over here. I don't think that's going to be very effective. Pop off some abilities and end that fight. Louen is getting absolutely clobbered by Minotaurs. Yeah, he's going to take off running. What a king he is. Bretonnia flanked the Warherd with Pegasus Knights. Okay, whereabouts is this? Well, it says they flanked us, but I'm already all the way across the map, so no big worry to me. Pegasus Knights are probably pretty tasty anyway. Let's pound through over here and help against Louen. He's got some of our Centaurs hurt right now. We may lose some Centaurs, but this is the final battle, so it doesn't much matter. Chop those guys up. Grail Knights are going to be pretty tanky. Alright, Louen is in trouble. And our beastmen are just ripping through the Empire position. Here comes Karl. I do hope he comes to face Taurox. I've got the Sword of Khaine. I mean, we're just sitting at 1470 weapon strength as it is, so I'm perfectly happy to get a straight-up fight with Karl. So here comes Taurox. Louen is down. I'm going to pop this ability here. See how quickly we can cut into... Oh my gosh! You just see the chunk we took out of Franz? That was a war crime, practically. Right, these Minos over here I need a little bit of support. I'll push some more units their way. Keep my blob moving this way. Karl managed to get away for the time being. There is a big blob back over here, though. That's going to be a perfect opportunity for the Sword of Khaine. That's going to cause massive damage. Karl's back. Summon a Cygor up. Yeah, oh man, that Sword of Khaine did massive damage. And Karl is getting clobbered by Taurox. And there goes Karl. And that has surely got to have a pretty big impact. Yeah, that's got to have a pretty big impact on this fight. Looks like the Pegasus Knights arrived, but army losses are mounting, and there is very little left to protect. It looks like, yeah, that's their artillery still in the background. I'm going to take my faster units and make a beeline for that artillery as the Empire, it's about all they have left. So I've got all my units heading this way. Alright, so we slashed our way through that Bretonnian flank and then on through the Empire. Like I said, I'm not particularly surprised that it went that smoothly. So all that's left for the Empire back here is some artillery pieces and some rockets. I'm 10 seconds from being able to steal half of their ammunition. But I've got troops headed there. 2, 1. Let's take it away. And what do we got left over here? Some Empire Knights. And just, they have some Pistoliers over there, no big worry. Let's just move all these troops this way. Alright, here comes my Bray Shaman. The rockets are basically out of ammunition. I'm going to take Taurox into these great swords. Alright, so Taurox is here. These great swords, man, they are screwed. They're gonna get nothing done against Taurox. Look, here comes one of our Beast Lords to help, too. And there it is, army losses. So, men have fallen. The age of the bull is here. The age of the beast has arrived, folks. What a campaign it was. Quite the swath of destruction. I definitely have 2 thumbs up for the changes to the Beastmen that CA made. The campaign is now quite fun. I could continue it even further if I wanted to, and continue to just beat up people and have a pretty good time doing it. Like I said, I very much approve of the changes they did to the Beastmen. I like that there's a final battle for this campaign, because then even in Mortal Empires, it feels like that there is a sensible finishing point if you want it. Obviously, you can map wipe if you want as well. So that was a good time. I enjoyed the campaign a great deal, and hope you all did too. And I will be back in the near future with some more Warhammer 2 campaigns. You all give me some ideas on what you want to see. HeirofCarthage, signing out for now. See you soon.